When would I ever wear that? On the school run? Because I don't have boobs and I don't want my clavicle to get cold. I thought, oh, actually, this looks a bit naughty. I was a fashionista as a 10-year-old. I always get scared that patients are going to see me out in the wild. Certain textures unsettle me. Would my dad think that I look like something that begins with W and rhymes with anchor? It does give private school, daddy's got an offshore account sort of vibe. Hey guys, I'm Amy May, and as we all know, I'm currently in my essentials only era, but it hasn't stopped me from looking. So today I'm going to share my Cozy Girl Winter Warmer wish list with you of some of the clothes that I've had my eye on for a while and how I would style them if I actually bought them. So I'm going to share with you some of the clothes that I've had my eye on for a while, how I'd style them specifically for petite people, because I'm 4'11", so I've tried to pick clothes that, one, I know that I definitely wear, and two, that would suit me being so compressed. It'll shock none of you to know that a lot of the stuff I'm going to share with you is from Urban Outfitters. I will pay for my sins, but I've also got some Adidas, some Dolls Kill, and I've also had a look online at Pixie Girl and different websites to try and find nice petite jeans, because I've really been struggling to find petite trousers recently, especially ones like for my tiny legs. And to be honest, I don't think there is a massive range in the UK. So far, my favourite petite brands have been Dorothy Perkins and Pixie Girl. However, there's not too big a range when it comes to trousers. And also I googled it and I was like, oh, petite UK brands for women. And there was this Glamour magazine article and it was like 23 petite brands. And then I was like, oh yeah. And then when I was scrolling through, it was like all the brands, it was like jeans, 250 quid. And I'm like, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I'm not out here trying to pay, no. There's a few Tommy Hilfiger numbers on the Urban Outfitter website that I have had my eye on. But this, for some reason, I wasn't too arsed about this when I first saw it, but I've been browsing the Urban Outfitters website literally every day, and the more I look at it, the more I want it, the more I have to have it. So it's the Tommy Hilfiger Rugby Polo shirt, and it is sold out at the minute, and it is also expensive. Originally, it was going for 130 quid, but I think it's 62, 63 quid in the sale, which I still think is quite steep. Obviously, it's like 50% off or whatever, and the more I look at it, the more I am tempted. So luckily, it's sold out, so I literally can't buy it. But I don't know what it is. I love this. I don't know why, because this normally wouldn't be a bit of me. So I don't know what suddenly made it a bit of me. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh, do you know what? I could go that. And what I like about this is obviously we're coming into winter, so it's long sleeved, but also I think it's really versatile. So you could wear it with jeans. For example, these blue jeans that I saw on the Pixie Girl website. Pixie Girl, I think it's 5'3" and under that they do clothes for. I think they're owned by Debenhams, and don't get me started on Debenhams. But recently, I don't know why, there's been a trend for wide leg trousers, which I'm not really interested in. I only own 2 pair of jeans that are from Boohoo that I got nearly a year ago. I think they're a size 8 and they're the only jeans that I own in my size, and I just wear them out. But they're quite baggy. So I do think I want some skinny jeans, some sort of cargo trousers. So these blue ones from Pixie Girl, I think they'd go really nice with this rugby top. And obviously it's not the weather for it, guys, but keep an open mind. I think that it'd also look really good with either a denim mini skirt, obviously Urban Outfitters, or a camo mini skirt. I think that'd look really good, just casually, maybe some cute boots. It does give private school, daddy's got an offshore account sort of vibe, which, you know, I normally wouldn't go for. And I don't know, my dad might have an offshore account. I haven't asked him. He hasn't shared that with me. You don't want to assume, do you? But it does give private school vibes. It does. Because I remember when I was growing up, there was like, I don't know, some posh uni nearby that was like posh farmers. And they all used to cut about in like rugby shirts and Jack Wills and all that. So it does give that, which is, it would normally massively put me off, but for some reason, it's almost drawn me in. I do have two concerns with it, however. One, it is very long. That model looks tall. I did have a look in the description, in the details, and it doesn't actually tell you how tall the model is, but I'll have a browse of the Urban Outfitters website and see if I can find the height anywhere when they're modelling something else. But that model does look like they've got some height to her. She does look, tall, right? And that looks long on her. So again, that's fine if you sort of roll it up, tuck it in, or I suppose if you wear it with shorts or a skirt, very short shorts or skirt. But if that's long on a long person, then I do worry that it would be a bit too long on me. And my second main concern about this is, like I said, it is giving private school, trust fund, offshore account vibes. So I think my worry is, would I put it on and then automatically ascend a few rungs of the social ladder and become a downward facing class traitor? Would I forget who I am? Would it change me as a person? Like, would my dad think that I look like something that begins with W and rhymes with anchor? So two concerns with that top, but it is, I think, very sort of versatile, and I do think coming into winter it seems quite cosy, but I might have to just write on my head like I didn't go to private school, just for reassurance. So it might actually be a blessing in disguise that it's sold out. Like I said, originally it was 130 quid, it's now going for 62 quid, which is still quite a lot of money. I wouldn't pay 130 quid, I wouldn't. I couldn't, but I also wouldn't on principle. But the more I look at it, the more I think I would pay 62 quid, because I don't have anything like that in my wardrobe at the minute. And I think I can get away with one rugby polo shirt or whatever it's called. The second item is also from Urban Outfitters and is also Tommy Hilfiger. Now, I love this jumper. I think it's very wholesome. I think it's very precious and it looks very cosy. It is knitted. Now, for some reason, I've got a weird thing about tablets and texture, and I need to grow up essentially, but for some reason the knitted texture creeps me out a bit. I don't know how to describe it to you. I think I've said before, another thing that creeps me out is the texture of my kitchen side back home. Don't ask me why. Certain textures unsettle me. I don't know, right? But I really think this is adorable. I really, really like this. And again, you could wear it with those sort of blue jeans. I mean, you could wear it with a lot of things. Wear it with a skirt if you want. But I think as you're coming into winter, it does give cosy girl next door vibes. Originally, it was 110 quid, which again, I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay. I couldn't pay, I wouldn't pay. £110 for a jumper. Now, I've got enough jumpers to clothe my hometown. I already have a ridiculous amount of jumpers, which is why I'm trying to be extra strict with myself, because I don't need it. It's definitely a want and not a need, but I think it gives very innocent, wholesome vibes. You look like the sort of girl where in a film, do you know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, the sweet, cute, innocent girl next door. Like, who, me? You'd be in the library and like a really hot guy would come up, you'd be like blushing and stuff. And, or one of them films where they like do a transformation where they're really geeky and nerdy and then suddenly, they lose the glasses and the hot boy fancies them. Something like that. That's the sort of vibe it gives. Sweet, innocent, desirable, but not too desirable. Now, this next item has me in a headlock. It has me tapping out. I stumbled across this probably about a week ago, and every day I just look at it. When I was 17, for some reason, I really wanted a leather jacket. And I used to sort of look online and browse, and it was part of my wish list for when I got thin, right? Problematic as that is, it was part of my wish list for when I got thin. And I think we all remember from me trying on old clothes, that horrible black faux leather. I think it was from Boohoo. I don't even know what it was. But do you remember I said that I'll put a picture on screen, my mum hated it. And in hindsight, I hate it too. But since then, I think that's the only like leather jacket that I've ever bought. When I was like 17, 18, I really, really wanted one. And I used to look at these stunning leather jackets. But since then, I don't know why, I've just gone off them until now. Now, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it. I think it's currently about 72 quid, which I wouldn't pay, couldn't pay, right? I wouldn't pay 72 quid, but this is definitely something that as soon as it gets in the sale, well, I'll give it like a few days to a week in the sale to see if it's further reduced. Because I always buy stuff and then it gets cut in half. But I'm going to definitely get this at some point, if it's available to me, if it's available in my size. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it. I don't know if it's because the model is really hot who's wearing it. Like, she is stunning. And I love her hair. I don't know what cut that is. Is it a wolf cut? I don't know, but I want it. I want her haircut, and she is hot. So I don't know if that's playing into it as well. Because obviously they're models for a reason. They choose models for a reason, right? But there's two colours. There's the brown one and then there's the red one. Originally, I really wanted the red one. And what I like about this as well is I think it's meant to be a cropped leather jacket. So, in my mind, that should mean that on me, it'd be the perfect length. I don't know the length of my torso, but from experience, buying from Urban Outfitters, stuff that I've bought that's meant to be cropped isn't really cropped on me, and that's absolutely fine, because I wouldn't really want a cropped number that shows me deformed belly button, although I am getting more comfortable. The other day, when I put my old Boohoo jeans on, I kind of tested it a bit, and I did let them go below my belly button and like did my belt up and saw how it looked. So I think I am testing the waters with that, and one day we may expose my belly button to the world. I mean, you guys have already seen it, but I may be brave enough to go out in something that does show me belly button. Tangent aside, originally I really wanted the red one, but then I think as I've looked at it more, it's a very bright red, and I think that would be harder to pair with things and harder to style, because I think it'd go with blue jeans, navy jeans, and maybe even black jeans, but I think in terms of skirts and tops, I think that would be a bit more difficult. And also it's very vibrant. So I think if I was going to pay that much money, or if I was to get one in the sale, I can't justify getting two. But I think it would be the brown one, because I think it would go with more stuff. But, the jacket's stunning, the model's stunning, the haircut's stunning. You'll see me next week, I'll be wearing that leather jacket with the haircut, honestly. You could wear it with this skirt, which I am obsessed with, the Monika. It's from Urban Outfitters. It is in the sale. Can't say I'm not tempted. However, we're coming into winter, and I'm an absolute drama queen when it comes to the cold. So I could, keep it in my wardrobe for summer. If I keep letting myself do that, I'm just going to have a million clothes that I can't wear for 9 months or whatever. And then I get to wear for like a 3-day period when it's hot, and then back in the wardrobe. So I can't justify it. But I love that Monika skirt. It really reminds me of, do you know the skirt in my try-on haul when I was trying on old clothes that used to fit me? And I said that I was keeping that skirt and framing it, because that, again, was one of the things that when I lose weight, I can't wait to fit back into. That reminds me of that a bit, I think. I do like a checked skirt. I do. A pleated checked skirt. It is a bit of me. And I do think that skirt could go with a lot of things. Now, don't ask me why, because I couldn't tell you, but this leather jacket for me, do you know what it's giving? Do you know what it's giving? Oh, Deborah, do you recall? Your house was I don't know why. I don't know. I saw Pulp live was it a year ago, 2 years ago? They were amazing. And I'm really sorry to everyone around us, because me and my mates ruined it for everyone else. People moved away because we were singing that loud, so I do apologise. But we had a great time. I was going to see Pulp again in Birmingham, actually, recently, but then I had the cats, so I couldn't go. But, oh, Deborah, do you recall? But anyway, that's what that's given to me, that leather jacket. I can't tell you why. Don't ask me why. Moving on to a more casual vibe that I think would be a good winter staple, the Out From Under Sculpt sweatshirt. I really like this khaki green colour. I think they do it in a darker green as well. Again, it's from Urban Outfitters. But I think this would look really good casually with a pair of jeans. And obviously it's long sleeves, so it would keep you warm. And actually, I tell you what, I think it'd look good. Blue denim jeans, skinny jeans, or to be fair, me old Boohoo jeans, the Sculpt top. And then, do you know that, I'll put it on a picture on screen, that Pull and Bear jacket that I got about 7 years ago that I still wear. I've been wearing it loads recently because it's freezing. What I like about this, I think it's good for us petite girlies, because again, it's meant to be cropped. Because if it was sort of full length on the model, then it'd be it wouldn't look right on me, because obviously it's sculpted and it comes in. But I reckon it'd be just the right size on me, and so it wouldn't be cropped, but it'd still not look bad, essentially. I think I really like the sculpt aspect, and I really like the colour as well, and it's casual, but it's cute. I'm not going to lie, I often cut about in, I mean, you've seen the ones, them old size 20 Primark joggers that I've had for 2 years or whatever. I still cut about in them. I always get scared that patients are going to see me out in the wild, because I'd say about a strong 70 to 80% of the time, I'm an absolute state. I'm literally cutting about in those Primark joggers and like a random hoodie that's too big for me. But the other 20% of the time, I'm looking stunning. But I do get scared I'm going to get caught in the wild by someone that I know. It's 38 quid, which I do think is a bit steep for a top, but it's usual for Urban Outfitters. But it's another thing that once it comes in the sale, I'm going to have eyes on. It's on my wish list on the Urban Outfitters website. Another casual staple that I have had my eye on for a while is this green Adidas Tiro crop shirt. Again, I think it's literally just come into the sale like yesterday, because I have had my eye on it for a while and I have kept checking. I think it is sold out actually at the minute in my size. Again, it's cropped, but on us petite girlies, I'm hoping that it would be just the right length. However, it doesn't seem too cropped, so I am worried that it would be a bit too long and it would look a bit silly, because I think they do, I want to say the smallest they do, it's either extra small or extra extra small. The model is wearing a size small and she looks quite a bit taller than me, and so I think I'd try the extra extra small, which is currently sold out, but I do still worry that it may be a bit too long still, because it does seem quite baggy, and the sleeves as well, the sleeves are quite baggy, and I think there's a chance that it'd look ridiculous essentially, but it is on my list. I do have my eye on it, and I might actually go into town at the weekend and go into the shop and see if they've got it, and then I can try it on. But I do think it's potentially a good option for us petite girlies. However, depending on how short you are, it might still be a bit too long. Another thing I've had my eye on for a while is this Puma, I think it's called the Puma Archer track top. It is cropped. Again, Urban Outfitters, on the website they do a cropped version and a longer version. I'm hoping that the cropped version would, again, just be the right size on me. It is currently in the sale. I can't remember how much it originally was. I want to say £50 something. Maybe £53 or 60 or something. I'll put it on screen. But I think it's currently in the sale for £38. I do want it, but again, thing is, I've got enough. It is a want, not a need. It does kind of remind me of the BDG red track top that I bought recently, which I really like. I wear that a lot, to be honest. And I'm not being funny, but I'm not a runner, not a track star. How many track tops do I need? Because if you let me, I'd have a wardrobe full. I'm not an athlete, right? But there's something about it. As soon as I saw it on the website, I have wanted it. And again, I am a big fan of Puma. I think it'd look really good with camouflage trousers. I think I've told you before, when I was 10, I was wearing my yellow Crocs in my camouflage trousers day in, day out. Until I'm pretty sure my mum binned them, right? But me and my sister had matching camouflage trousers as kids, and I was obsessed. Yellow Crocs, lads, yellow Crocs. And Crocs are back in now. So I was a fashionista as a 10-year-old, because on the Urban Outfitters website, the model is wearing, I think, blue camo trousers. I couldn't see those on the website, but regardless, they'll be way too long on me, especially if they're wide leg. But I have been having a look. I think Pixie Girl do some cargo trousers and some camo trousers. A lot of them are quite baggy, quite wide leg, which I don't mind if they're cuffed at the bottom. But the ones that aren't cuffed at the bottom, they would be too long for me, and they do run the risk of looking a bit silly. So I am on the hunt for a pair of petite camo trousers, preferably cuffed and preferably not too baggy, because I think they'd look really good with them. And also with jeans, you could wear it with anything. You could pair it with these trousers from the Pixie Girl website. They say the camouflage trousers, I think they look more snakeskin. And I'm not a big fan of snakeskin, like that sort of pattern, but I do kind of like these, and I think that Puma track top would look good with them. I don't think they're cuffed, but they don't look too long, so I think I could probably get away with it. I think it says it's a 27-inch inseam on the leg. I honestly don't know what my legging seam is, but it doesn't matter because I think 27 inch is the shortest that I've seen within the petite ranges. But again, you could match that. I could wear that with the BDG track top. I could wear that with the Polo shirt, the Tommy Hilfiger one, the white one. However, I think I would have to roll it up because I don't want a long polo shirt because I think it might be too long on me. But I haven't bought it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Another track top that I absolutely don't need, but for some reason I'm obsessed with, is this Tokyo Urban Outfitters Applique track top. I don't know, right? Basically, I've got no affiliation with Tokyo. I've never been to Japan, and I'm not a runner, not a track star. I don't know why I love this so much, because it's white, so it runs the risk of getting dirty really easily. I'm just obsessed with it though, so it's another thing that when it comes in a sale, going to get my hands on, and it also doesn't look too long, so I am hoping it'd fit me just nicely. This would be a very cute winter staple, although I do worry that it would be too long on me, because I think the model's wearing a size small, and it does look quite long even on her. So it's not cropped, but it does look very cosy, and I do love the dark green colour. Again, it's Puma, and what can I say? I don't need it. I've got enough jumpers, I've got enough hoodies, I've got enough sweatshirts, I've got enough track tops. I don't need it, but I really do like it. And I also think that would look good with that Monika check skirt, but also with jeans, with whatever you want. You could wear it with a denim mini skirt, you could wear it, I think it's very versatile. And it is like sort of winter warmer, it would keep you cosy. However, I do worry that even the smallest size would be far too long on me and look a bit silly. So I might have to roll it up and tuck it in. I suppose you could get things taken up, but that's a lot of time, effort and money. And I'm lazy. This is the last Urban Outfitters thing I'm going to show you, okay? I promise. This is the Out From Under satin. Is it satin? It's the Out From Under pyjamas top. Is it the cami top? I just think it's really, really cute. What I will say is the trousers, there is a matching pair of trousers, and I'll put a picture of both on screen, but they're very long. They look kind of long on the model, and they also look wide leg. So I do really like the heart detail on the back pocket, but I don't think I would buy the trousers. I do think they've got a version that comes with shorts. However, obviously, as we're going into winter, you know, to be honest, I don't really wear pyjamas that much. I've got that cute pair of Victoria's Secret satin pyjamas, but often I just wear joggers and a t-shirt to bed, or joggers and a jumper or something. And you know what joggers I'm talking about. I've worn them out. They've put a shift in, let me tell you. They're retiring. I need to retire them, so I don't really wear pyjamas that much. I've only got one pair, which is the Victoria's Secret pair, but I think that top's adorable. However, obviously, it's not a winter warmer because it does look a bit chilly, but it does look cute. I think it's something that, say, for example, if I was dating and in a relationship and I wanted to look a bit cute, obviously you can look cute for yourself, but I'm a practical person because I know I'd look stunning in it, right? But I don't want to be cold. However, if I did have a fancy man and I wanted to look a bit cute but casual, I probably would pop that top on. Moving on from Urban Outfitters, they've took enough of my time and money. I've got 2 Adidas items to show you, both from JD Sports. Not gonna lie, I think they both might be track tops. One of them I saw on the website, but I didn't think I'd like that much. But then when I went into JD and held it up and I was wearing my blue jeans, I thought, oh, actually, this looks a bit naughty. This looks a bit too good to pass on. It is very expensive though. It's the pink Adidas track top. Honestly, holding it against with my blue jeans, it looks stunning. It took my breath away. Because I was going to pass it on by. I was going to say, not today, pink track top. But I think the extra small was the one, because it is quite long. And the extra small, it does look a bit long, but it looks doable. Because when I held it up, I was like, oh, my, I said to myself. And I think I was wearing my Boohoo blue jeans. I'll put a picture on screen, and also my pink Nike Dunks. And it was naughty. It was naughty. So I am keeping an eye on for when that's in the sale. The second one I'm obsessed with. This is the Adidas Denim track top. I'll put a picture on screen. They do a longer, more baggy version. I don't think this is actually meant to be cropped, but it's sort of very fitted. It's the Denim Firebird track top. I love this. I don't think I've seen it in store at JD, but I am obsessed. I can't remember how much it is. I'll put it on screen. I think it's currently about, I want to say 85 quid, but it could be 65. It's something in that range. I'm obsessed. The only issue is it's a very specific shade of blue, and the trousers, to my knowledge, Adidas doesn't do a petite range, but the trousers are sort of wide leg, baggy, long trousers, the ones that match on JD, and so I wouldn't be able to wear them. So I have been looking on Pixie Girl, Dorothy Perkins, on all the petite websites. I have bed looking for a shaded jean that matches exactly, because denim on denim, why not? Why not? Why not? Next, we've got a few cardigans from Doll's Kill. I think I've bought a skirt from them before that I never wore. They do have a wide range of stuff on the website, and at the minute they do seem to have quite a good sale on. Well, they used to do different dolls, and each doll had like a vibe, so like a goth doll or like a pink doll, stuff like that. But honestly, some of the cardigans are really cute, and they're cropped on the models, but obviously on me they wouldn't be cropped. So this first one, I love this. You could wear it with, like I said, denim skirt. You could wear it with jeans. I think it's really versatile and it does look cosy. I'm not a big fan of the huge wide neck sort of job here, because I don't have boobs and I don't want my clavicle to get cold, because it does just seem like it exposes your chest to the elements quite a bit. But I do think it looks very cosy, very winter warmery, and just very versatile. This is quite similar, but the Keep It Cute fuzzy cardigan, I think it's, again, adorable. Again, don't want my chest to get cold. My only worry with this one would be that the sleeves are too long, because they do look quite long, and I don't want my little hands hidden. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to look like I'm wearing my mum's clothes. But again, that is absolutely adorable. The next one, this blue cardigan, I don't know why, I really like it. I'm kind of obsessed with it, because I think it gives very wholesome girl next door vibes. I don't know what it is about it, but honestly, this is also from Doll's Kill. I really like the cherry here. Again, I would be worried that the sleeves are a bit too long, but I think it's a really cute staple to have in your wardrobe that you could wear with denim skirt or jeans, probably blue jeans. I just really like the cherry here. The sleeves, I suppose I could just push it up. Doll's Kill do loads of stuff, but they do have a range called, is it Delia's? I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's like very, very cute stuff. I do have more Doll's Kill stuff to show you, but I'm running late for work, so I might have to put all that on hold. But there's a few pink cardigans that I really like. That blue one is stunning. And at the moment, for some reason, they seem to have quite a good sale on, so the stuff isn't that expensive. So I am definitely keeping my eye on it. Actually, before I go, one last number to show you from Doll's Kill. I have no idea why I like this, so don't come for me. But this dress, okay, when would I ever wear this? When would I ever wear that? On the school run? Like, what am I wearing this for? What am I wearing this to? What am I doing in it? I don't know. But for some reason, my eye was drawn to it, and I think it looks really cute. And obviously, I think the length would be fine on me. Like, don't ask me why. Because I could not tell you. I can't envisage a scenario when I would wear this, but I do really like it. I'll probably never buy it, but for some reason I just think I'd look really cute in it. But then what's the point in buying something you're never going to wear? Because what situation am I going to cut about in that? Going to the gym? It's not happening, is it? But I just had to show you. I don't know why. I'm a big fan. I need to leave for work in about 2.5 minutes. So that is all from me today, guys. But I'm not going to lie. When I was browsing the Urban Outfitters website, they do some stunning home decor. And I've started in my head, like, imagining my fantasy house and how I'd decorate each room. So I think I am going to do a video on room by room stunning home decor, and sort of, they do mugs, they do bath mat. I've got really into it recently, so don't be surprised if you see an Urban Outfitters wish list house haul, okay? But I've got my joggers on, I need to get my work trousers on and get out the house. So I love you all. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon.